Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Y'all, I know y'all seen the title. Darn, biggest son CJ is in this mess. Man, I couldn't believe it. I had to put it on. And y'all, as soon as I typed the stuff in, I happened to look over at the TV. How about Dateline NBC has the Diddy case on there? Like about the trial, how Cassie met, and they interviewing Capricorn Clark. Ain't that something? But anyway, I'm right here with y'all. So listen, the reaction to tonight is coming from TICKETTV. I might skip a little bit, you know what I mean? Just because we have to get it time for the children to get out the room. It's that kind of like podcast tonight. Man, it is crazy. I could not believe it. I heard about the shirt, you know, but biggest son, CJ, I don't know. Let's just listen, see what Ticket has to say about it. Man, let's just see.
Now,
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This is Ticket's y'all new podcast, and it is free. Free. So he's gonna have it pinned right here. And you can also find it in the description of this video, okay? So let's get to it.
it is Sean Diddy Combs. Mr. Take That, Take That, Take That. Sean Diddy Combs, Sean John Combs, and the son of the legendary, notorious B.I.G. C.J. Wallace, man. Diabolical work, man.
It's crazy.
Diabolical work, man. If this is true. So I'm going to give you guys the breakdown of some of the allegations inside of the actual article that we have, and I'm gonna put a link to the article in the chat in a little while, and then I'm gonna give you guys the details directly from the allegations itself, because it's disturbing, very disturbing, very disgusting. Now, on July the 10th, 2025, a new lawsuit filed in the New York federal court has thrust hip-hop mogul Diddy and C.J. Wallace, the son of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., into the spotlight with shocking allegations of sexual assault. Now, the plaintiff, a man, Lord have mercy, bro, an anonymous man, is claiming that in 2022, y'all smash the like button. Oh, and by the way, shout out to the people who donated in the Cash App. Link pinned at the top of the chat, Cash App, PayPal. Francesca M., salute to you. Jamal Wright, salute to you. Robert Washington, salute to you. Nima McCullough, salute.
Yeah, y'all, please, I don't know if I said it. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button, okay? And I'm just gonna skip up just a little bit, okay?
Can't stop. Won't stop. Absolutely disgusting behavior. With Wallace, Biggie's son, allegedly facilitating this sexual assault. The lawsuit, which has now been reported by TMZ, Rolling Stone, and Court TV, and TICKETTV,
and TV,
right?
Valentine TV,
marks the latest in a series of legal challenges for Sean Combs, who was recently acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, but convicted on 2 counts of transportation for prostitution. And the allegations against C.J. Wallace, who's a 28-year-old actor and entrepreneur, have stunned the entire hip-hop community, raising questions about his involvement in further tarnishing Diddy's already embattled legacy. Now, the lawsuit filed by this man alleges that in March of 2022, he was invited to a party at Diddy's mansion under the pretense of a business opportunity related to Bad Boy Entertainment. Now, according to court documents, right, the plaintiff's claims he was given a drink that left him disoriented, after which Diddy allegedly coerced him into performing sloppy top on him in a bathroom. Now, the complaint graphically details how Diddy then threw a semen-soaked T-shirt that belonged to Big, full of bust.
Mm.
Oh my God. At him. And he said it was humiliating. He also alleged that Biggie's son, CJ Wallace, who was present at the party, played a role in the facilitation of this assault by ensuring that this man was brought to the bathroom where the incident occurred. Now, Court TV has also reported that the plaintiff, the man, accuses CJ Wallace of being complicit in Diddy's actions, claiming that he helped orchestrate the encounter through specific details of his involvement. Those specific details of his involvement were vague in public filings. I'm about to give them to you now in the lawsuit. The lawsuit names both Combs and CJ Wallace as defendants, seeking unspecified damages for sexual assault, emotional distress, and battery. Now, Diddy's legal team, led by Mark Anglifo, swiftly denied the allegations and shout out to Larry.
You know, TMZ up in here. I think this is my opinion. I think TMZ only will report some bad about Diddy if another newscast already gonna do it, like Court TV, you know, and people like that, CNN, and like Ticket said, Ticket TV, Valentine TV. But I did wink. But anyway, TMZ is like trying to keep up with what the case filings are, so they can give Diddy a little cushion. And since Harvey was a lawyer, right? I think he was a lawyer trying to help you know Diddy get the smallest thing that he can get so they can help like they did with this first case here. Okay. But we told y'all, they told us that something else was coming down the pipeline, as they like to put it. But it's still Lil Rod and it's still Gene Deal. Still say they got some coming, and I don't know. I think this is Silver. I don't know. Because he mentioned a pow pow in this one, okay? They mentioned a freaking pow pow. He didn't like point it at anybody, but the point is, he had it in his hand. Right? He probably scared that man. The man already was probably buzzed up and from all whatever he gave him. And then to see a pow pow. Anyway, let's keep it going.
In the Cash App with the donation. Come through with $100 donation to Cash App. Salute to you, brother. He says, I'll be damned if everybody lying, man. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody can't be lying, bro.
Can't be.
Bro, everybody cannot be lying about this, bro.
It's a trip, man.
Everybody cannot be lying about this, bro. I'm sorry, man. If you think every single person is lying about every allegation, something wrong with you, man. This man got damn near 100 allegations against him. And people are going along with the fact that they think everybody lying. Everybody lying, and Diddy telling the truth. Bro, I'm just...
And they gonna mention Tony Busby up in here. Hey, my respect is back for Tony Busby, because I thought he had let us down. But he done got Jay-Z out the way. Yeah, they dismissed Jay-Z. Go ahead. Right? So Tony Busby got that. And now he can be a lawyer in New York State or the Southern District of New York. And he can carry on with these charges now, okay? I think it's like 100. All right, here we go.
It baffles me where we at in this world, man. It really does. It bothers me.
It's crazy
where we're at in this world. It really does. It says that Diddy's lawyer, Mark Anglifo, denied the allegation, saying it's baseless and it's a money grab. Wow. Biggie's son has yet to comment on this allegation. Now, the attorney, who was Tony Busby, who they said, oh, we stopped Tony Busby in New York. No, you didn't. Tony Busby's still coming. who has filed over 40 lawsuits against Diddy, emphasized the credibility of the client's claims, stating that the truth will come out in court. Right? Now, before I start getting deep into this, because I'm going to read this lawsuit because it's absolutely disgusting. And I'm going to read it to everybody that's watching this video. Some of the most vile, nasty, disgusting allegations, and again, from a man, are coming out against none other than y'all's boy, Sean John Combs. And now, Biggie's son, CJ Wallace, who is 28 years old. This is absolutely, and they're innocent, again, unless proven guilty.
Right, right.
These are absolutely disgusting. I mean, nasty, vile, sickening, disgraceful, disgusting allegations.
I can't believe the biggest son ain't came out and said not one word. I mean, or you know, his PR or whoever speaks. And then he ain't but 28. 28, and you in this mess with, come on. Oh my God. I can't even say nothing. I mean, don't you, I wonder if he knows that this Diddy may have had something to do with his daddy's demise. You know what I mean? May have, I said. May have. But I know what I believe in my head. Okay, but let's go ahead and see.
Man, I mean, you're talking about, I want y'all to think about this. He's saying that Biggie's son helped Diddy, all word of man, bro, by making this man give him fellatio, oral, nasty top in the bathroom, and then squeezing on another Biggie wardrobe and then throwing it on the man. How many of these type of stories we're gonna hear? Absolutely disgusting, man.
Gross.
And this ain't even 20 years ago. This is 2022. 2022. And Diddy's lawyers want y'all to, they want to sit up here in front of the whole world and tell y'all everybody's lying. That's what they want to tell y'all, man. They want y'all to think that everybody's lying, bro. I ain't never heard nothing like this before in my entire life. Where you have a guy who wants to convince the entire general public that everyone is lying. Absolutely disgusting behavior, man.
I mean, yeah, like the whole world is just out to get Diddy. It's just something about Diddy. Everybody just want to get him. No, it ain't that. Leave the women alone. Leave the minions alone. Leave the men alone. Don't mess with people that want to mess with you. Stop hitting women. Okay? That's why we after you. That's why, ugh. And biggest son, CJ, come on now. Come on.
I just, like I said before, man, disgusting behavior, man. We get ready to get into this, man. I'm telling y'all something, man. It's very graphic. So if you don't want to hear these allegations, I can understand that. I can respect that. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, and this is everybody that's listening to this video. If you guys have children, please do not allow them to listen to these type of videos.
I know this.
Man, shout out to Jennifer in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you.
Man. Just 1 second, okay?
These type of allegations, man. But I'm going to get into it right now with you guys, man. And you guys will be the judges yourselves of what y'all think about these allegations. So without further ado,
okay, here we go.
A man by the name of Willie Mack is also being sued.
Willie Mack.
CJ Wallace is also being sued. Bad Boy Records is being sued. Combs Global is being sued. Daddy's House Recordings is being sued. CEOPCO LLC is being sued. Combs Enterprises LLC is being sued. And of course, like I told y'all, Diddy's being sued. And they're being sued and accused of sexual battery, negligence, intentional infliction of emotional distress, false imprisonment, violation of the Ralph Civil Acts, negligent supervision, and retention failure to warn sexual harassment under Civil Code 51.9, right? Now, let's get into this. This is absolutely disgraceful, man. Bro, I mean, man, come on, man. This is just sad, man. And it's 100 Jane and John Does, right, that have not been named yet.
Exactly.
So it is damn near, let me see. Let me make sure. It is 100 Jane and John Does that are added in this lawsuit that have not been named yet, that are to be named soon. Just disgusting work, man. Now, here's the allegations, you guys. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, if y'all got kids, man, just put them away, man. Salute to everybody tapped on in, man. Y'all know how I roll, man. And I don't like your kids hearing this type of stuff, man, but this is absolutely disgusting. Now, according to the allegations from this man, Diddy, right? Man, bro. Diddy, right? In 1998, this man said he first met Diddy while working on a project with the group Days of the New on their album soundtrack, Godzilla. Godzilla featured a song with Diddy. Now, you guys probably remember that song, right? As a headliner on the main single. It was during this recording project for Godzilla that the man who's making these allegations met Diddy, right? Now, a few years later in 2001, while working with Southwest Wholesale in Houston, the man who's accusing Diddy went to the Spy Club with executives and employees of Combs Corporations, including Diddy. Now, while at the Spy Club, the plaintiff was invited into a private area of the club by executives and employees of Diddy's corporations and Diddy, right? Where Diddy, the plaintiff, began drinking alcohol while Diddy and many others in the entourage were drinking and doing drugs. However, unbeknownst to the plaintiff, his drink had been drugged, which caused him to become unconscious. And when he woke up, he found himself in the parking lot of a local hospital. It was at that time the plaintiff was subsequently treated for a drug overdose treatment at the hospital, later determined to be in Humble, Texas. In 2002, a year later, it was reported by the media that the Spy Club was tied to one of the largest ecstasy trafficking rings in the world by the federal government. Then in 2005, this man who's making these allegations against Diddy, 2005, he attended a meeting at Diddy's Daddy House studio in Manhattan, New York, where he was auditioning for a spot on the late, great Notorious Big's album. Now, Daddy's House was a legendary studio that at the time was the epicenter of the music scene, where some of the most iconic tracks in hip-hop industry and history were being recorded. Being at Daddy's House wasn't just a studio. It was being at the very heart of the industry's creative pulse. The man who's accusing Diddy pitched several tracks for the project, both his own and those featuring other artists. However, Diddy rejected some of the featured artists from this man's submissions, ultimately deciding not to include him in the final project. Later in 2005, this man returned to Daddy House in Manhattan, New York, with longtime friend of Diddy's from their Mount Vernon high school days, right?
Oh,
Now, he was there working on a project for another Combs Corporation's artist, while also contributing separately as a songwriter for Diddy. And one night, while stepping outside for a cigarette, he found himself in what felt like a live block party scene. In an alley buzzing with life, artists and insiders were gathered around, speakers blasting unreleased tracks, heads nodding in rhythm, and everyone waiting for their shot to get into Daddy's house. Now, when this man returned to the studio, Diddy was standing in the hallway listening to music that was playing. And Diddy turned to the plaintiff and asked if he had any tracks for one of his artists. The two of them walked into another room located between the main studio and the smaller studio where some of the artists were working. Once inside, the man struggled to get his CD to play. He was extremely nervous as this was a one-on-one session with one of the most iconic music producers of the time. Now, as the plaintiff, this man flipped through the tracks, Diddy blasted the music at such a high volume that it hurt the plaintiff's ears. Now, Diddy began dancing to the music. When one particular track played, Diddy danced even more enthusiastically. Now, the plaintiff felt deeply honored. He was in the studio playing his music, and Diddy, an industry legend, was dancing to the songs he helped create. But then the energy shifted. Suddenly, Diddy turned to this man and allegedly asked him if he was looking at his penis.
now y'all know that man. I wish you'd have had the nerve to just get up and leave. That man, that one. I mean, was that the only recording studio? I mean, I know Diddy all big, all this, but as somebody said that Diddy didn't even know how to read, was Lil Rod. Didn't even know how to read music, do music, nothing. It was just a front. Anyway, but this was what, 1998? Oh, people.
Caught off guard, the man denied it and laughed, trying to dismiss the bizarre comment.
Right.
Diddy kept dancing and repeated the accusation, claiming that this man wanted to see his cock. Then Diddy stepped close, pulled down his pants, and exposed his cock, telling this man to look at it since he was trying to look. Diddy moved even closer, telling him to touch it. The plaintiff again tried to play it off with nervous laughter, spinning his chair away from Diddy in an attempt to create distance. But Diddy continued pushing himself towards this man's face and telling him, "We got two words for you.
Yeah.
To suck it." Now, suddenly, a loud buzz came through the studio room, interrupting a moment, and Diddy abruptly stopped, turned to the plaintiff and said he was bullshit and his music was whack,
Oh my.
and then left the room,
Yeah.
leaving him alone and in shock. After that encounter, he believed he'd never see Diddy again, but unfortunately, he did.
Man, that was your chance to run for the freaking hills. You see, he'd already asked you those inappropriate questions, and you still like seeing him, meeting him, like he ain't gonna never do it again. Oh my gosh.
The next encounter the man had with Diddy came when he was asked to assist one of Combs Corporation executives with whom he had previously worked and helped during the production of Combs' American Gangster album by none other than Jay-Z. Diddy produced and recorded that album at Daddy's house studio, working with several producers plaintiff had previously collaborated with on other projects. During one of the listening sessions for American Gangster, Diddy approached the plaintiff, bent down next to him, and asked to speak with him in private. The man and Diddy then went into an adjacent studio room where Diddy proceeded to lock the door behind them. Right? Shout out to let me see.
Why
Salute to
didn't
Casey in the
nobody
Cash App with the
fight?
donation. I appreciate it. Much love to you. Shout out to Casey in the Cash App with the donation. Casey, I appreciate you. Much love to you. You know what I'm saying?
Why they didn't
Really,
fight
I really
him?
appreciate you.
I mean, why they didn't
Now,
fight him?
and also shout out to Michelle Jensen with the donation. Salute to you as well. She says she can't believe it's Biggie's son. That's big. Well, we're gonna get to it in just a second.
FYI, I finally made it to the 1,000 where it says 999 right now. Let's one of y'all hit that 1,000 and make it go back up. I don't know why it went down, but they stopped counting on July 6th, so I'm sure I'm over 1,000. But anyway, I don't even know how to set it up, y'all. But I just thought about when he was saying something about his, okay? But anyway, I'm happy and thank y'all so much. All right, let's keep going.
So
Mm.
he says that Diddy bent down next to him and asked to speak with him in private. Now,
I'd have been like, no.
Diddy, right?
Let's see.
And this man went into an adjacent studio room where Diddy proceeded to lock the door behind them.
Oh my
right?
God.
Lock the door behind them, right?
Let's see.
Right? Diddy asked the plaintiff if he was gonna quote unquote bitch out. At which time Diddy took out a handgun.
See? There it is.
From behind his back and placed it menacingly in the middle of the audio cabinet rack in front of the mixing board. Diddy then began rolling 2 blunts, sprinkling one of them with that C word, COCAINE, for himself. He handed another one to the plaintiff for him to smoke. Diddy then started pouring shots, saying he wanted to celebrate being nearly finished with the album. Meanwhile, people outside the studio room could be heard knocking and trying to open the locked door. In the light of the attempted intrusion into his room, Diddy repeatedly told this man to stay quiet as the two remained alone in the room. While there, the man began to feel as if he may have been drugged. He got on the floor and began to become dizzy and disoriented. One of the few things he remembers during this episode is Diddy getting on top of him and began touching his cock, performing oral sex on this man, Diddy. The next thing this man remembers is waking up alone on the couch. Everyone who had previously been in the studio was gone, and Diddy and the plaintiff was unable to recognize any of the individuals remaining. Now, at or around September the 20th, September 2020, this man was producing a Biggie Smalls project.
Wait a minute. So did Diddy wake up with the man? Did they sleep? Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, he said he woke up alone on the couch. Then he said something about Diddy. So when nobody ever hear him Diddy, since they didn't recognize any other people that was there right then. Okay. All right, but he knows something happened to it. I don't know, y'all. It's just something happened though. It's still SA, I know.
For the estate of the largest artists that work with Diddy's Combs Corporation's The Notorious B.I.G. At the same time, Diddy was at the studio with some artists and members of Combs Corporation in Los Angeles, California, for a listening session for the Notorious B.I.G. project. During that listening session, Diddy arrived to give feedback on the songs that the plaintiff produced and mixed, and Diddy stated the songs for the project were not good enough and pressured the plaintiff to do ketamine in the studio to make the music sound better, as that is how music would be heard at raves.
My God.
Sometime later, Diddy and this man and other members of his corporation went to a warehouse in Los Angeles that held some of Biggie's clothing that he wore while he was alive at the warehouse that were being donated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later that year, when Biggie would eventually be inducted. The clothes were on the racks everywhere in the warehouse, and Diddy again provided drugs to everyone present. Everyone there was running around the warehouse and tripping on the drugs. At some point in time, Diddy and the plaintiff somehow ended up in a room alone together at the warehouse. Diddy told the plaintiff to put some clothes on that were hanging up in the room. The plaintiff thought it was a huge honor to be wearing Biggie's clothing. The plaintiff obliged, and he changed into one of the jerseys as told. Diddy then started watching CORN, Corn, on his cell phone in front of this man. Diddy then grabbed one of Biggie's shirts off the rack and began to choke his chicken with it in front of this man. Now, the man pretended he didn't see what Diddy was doing and began smoking a cigarette while looking at his own phone. Without any provocation, Diddy then suddenly told the plaintiff to finish him off. Before the man could react, Diddy then squeezed his juices on Biggie's shirt, laughed, and threw the shirt over on the plaintiff's lap and arm, covering the plaintiff in Diddy's man juices. Diddy then got up, laughed, and said, "R.I.P. Biggie."
Now, ain't that low? Then says R.I.P. Biggie. Y'all, I think everything I thought in my head is like, I believe it. I believe it. Okay? I don't want to get in trouble, and then I don't know YouTube like that, but yeah.
And left the room, leaving the plaintiff alone with the remnant of Diddy's juices all over him. The man was embarrassed and humiliated and went home to clean himself off. The next time this man saw Diddy was at a meeting with other employees of Diddy's corporations at a studio in
again. Man, you trying it now.
Including Notorious B.I.G.'s son, C.J. Wallace. Mac, who's another plaintiff defendant, and those 51 through 100. So it's 50 other people, pretty much 49 other people.
Yeah.
When Diddy unexpectedly arrived and told the plaintiff he was gonna fuck the shit out of him eventually. Diddy then proceeded to grope the man's cock. Diddy then proceeded to tell the other people at the location that this man was gay. This declaration directly caused some of the people in the room, including Mr. Mack, to begin sexually harassing this man.
That's messed up. Diddy, you are too. You are too. Straight up.
Man. The man then snapped and threatened to go public if the behavior exhibited by Diddy and the Combs Corporation's employees, agents did not stop. Despite the warning, a few days later, the man received a call from members of Diddy's corporation, including C.J. Wallace and Mr. Mack, and many of the John Does, stating that they wanted to find a resolution for the previous incidences, including those involving Diddy.
All right.
C.J. Wallace and Mr. Mack and the John Does then picked this man up in a Combs Corporation's vehicle and drove him over to Revolt TV location. On the way to the location, CJ Wallace and Mr. Mack apologized to the man and made promises of more business opportunities for him with Diddy and Diddy's corporations. Now, upon entering Revolt, the John Does grabbed the plaintiff and covered his head, blocking his vision, and aggressively moved him to an unknown location. He then heard Diddy yelling in the plaintiff's face. Diddy instructed everybody to leave. Diddy then began yelling profanities at this man, and Diddy then attempted to force this man to suck his cock while his head was still covered, all while yelling at this plaintiff man and saying the man's involvement with the project was over. Now, the man is informed and believes that, and thereupon alleges that at some time during this episode, and or someone associated with Diddy's corporations could be heard snapping a photo of him. At some point, Diddy eventually left the room, at which point this man was able to escape the room he was in. Immediately thereafter, he was somehow able to find his way back to the location where the vehicle he had arrived in was parked, where CJ Wallace and Mr. Mack and the other John Does were waiting for him. CJ Wallace, Mr. Mack, and the other John Does then drove him home with the taste of Diddy's cock still fresh in his mouth. He was broken and fell ill into a dark place mentally after the incident, experiencing extreme depression as a result. A few months later, all the defendants and the Does, inclusive, and each of them terminated him from the project and blacklisted him from parts of the music industry. The man is informed and believes that thereupon alleges that the defendants, including but not limited to all the people I already named, inclusive in each of them, conspired to sexually assault him and maintain his silence. In furtherance of this conspiracy, these defendants and John Does, inclusive, and each of them coerced the plaintiff to getting into the vehicle with them under the pretext of apologizing to this man and promising him further exclusive work, only to then allow others to cover his head and lead him to an unknown location where he was sexually assaulted and battered. The defendants and the Does then took him home after he was sexually assaulted. These acts were committed with full knowledge of Combs and the Does' propensity for harm and callous disregard for the safety and well-being of the plaintiff and others. The plaintiff is informed and believes and thereupon alleges that prior to the incidents described herein, that the Combs corporations and the Does 1 through 50, inclusive by and through their officers, directors, agents, managers, and employees, including Tariq Brooks of Bad Boy, or Tariq Brooks of Bad Boy Records, LLC, Stephen Dent of Daddy's House, Barry R. Cohen of Combs Enterprises, Tariq Brooks of CE Opco, LLC, Roma Kana of Combs Global, Revolt Media, were aware that Diddy had a history and reputation for violent, sexual, predatory, and abusive behavior towards individuals. This man is informed and believes that thereupon alleges that Diddy's corporations and the John Does 1 through 50s, the officers, directors, agents, managers, and or employees, including Tariq Brooks of Bad Boy Records, LLC, Stephen Dent of Daddy's House, Barry R. Cohen of Combs Enterprise, Tariq Brooks of CE Opco, LLC, and Roma Kana of Combs Global, Revolt Media, have been informed by employees, contractors, and others, and at all relevant times knew that Diddy was known to have sexually harassed, abused, and assaulted other individuals.
And they just ignored it, let it go. So I'm so glad this anyway, this man filed his darn lawsuit because he don't know how many people did that stuff to him, man. That is ugh. Y'all know, and wait a minute, okay, and y'all know I'm gonna leave it right here. If you want to see it, you can go to Ticket TV. He is over there on YouTube, and y'all can listen to the rest of it. Ugh. But I got most of it out. I just wanted to see how big his son played a part in this, right? Man, I can't believe it. Y'all, please hit the subscribe button and like button if you like any of it. Okay, and I will see y'all in a little bit. Let me see if I can find us something else. All right, I love y'all, and if I don't see y'all, y'all have a blessed night, and I will see y'all later. Okay. Thanks for coming to keep me company, exposing the truth. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you. Bye, y'all. I see y'all other 5, but y'all didn't say nothing, so I don't know who you are, okay? But I'll see you later.